Hey everyone, welcome back. Today is Fit for Life number 5 in this Fit and Fab program. And if you're joining in, you came in here at the perfect time. I have a great workout plan for you. I have Angie in the house with me today, and even more people lined up taking it on demand. Some brave souls jumping into this Fit program here. Maria's going to be here, Melissa, Sherry, Aaron. Kudos to you guys for press and play. So today you are going to need a resistance band. Probably a light would be fine. So if you have the same ones as I do, the yellow would be great. And then some very light weights, 2 pounds, 3 pounds would probably do you just fine. So talking about the workout really quickly, we have about 4 blocks of work. Starting with our ramp up, we're going to go into a cardio Tabata with 30 seconds on and 20 seconds off. And then we're going to be going into a bar inspired workout, 2 blocks, 1 lower body, 1 upper body. And that's where you're going to need those bands and weights. And then 1 super spicy little finisher that if you were in the walk class, you already know, but I'm going to save it for a surprise if you are new to this class today. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have a playlist if you would like it. It's in the description below. So feel free to start that playlist right now, or any playlist will do, whatever motivates you. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Take it into a fast walk. Please find the beat of that music if you've got some happening here. We're going to take it to a walk for about a minute here. Let's go. Let's go. You can toss those weights off to the side for now. Readjust my screen. Let's go. Let's go. You're walking. You're breathing. All right. We are not seeing me here. Keep it going. Keep it going. What happened to my poor screen? There we go. Okay. All right. We're walking. Hope you guys are doing well today. Holding that core tight. You're going to contract those abs. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Send it to your spine. Deep exhale. Let's go, let's go. I'm going to fix this camera. Keep it up. Let's go ahead and practice some of that deep breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Good job. Keep it going, keep it going. Inhale. Exhale. Now exhale firmly. Really hard. Feel those ribs cinch together. Is your belly button way back to your spine? That's where you're holding it for the duration of the workout. But make sure to breathe. So practice breathing in and out while you've got those ribs cinched. Great. All right, take it back to that walk. Hold it here for about 5 seconds. Then we're going to lower down into a hip bridge. Just getting our body warmed up, our muscles warm, that heart rate up. All right, let's take it to the floor. We're going to activate those hip muscles right now. Press your pelvis upwards by sort of pushing your belly button into the floor. Do you feel your lower back pushing into the floor? Now rise up and hold that position. Buns should be high. Tummy should be pressed in. Lift and lower. Big squeeze at the top. Add a march if you'd like, or just hold it here. If you're adding the march, you're bringing that leg up, lower down. Drop the buns, rise up, march again. Keep it going. Holding that bridge, activating that entire pelvic region. All right, lower it down, slowly roll up. We're going to go into some knee up planks. We're really getting started quickly on this one today. So bring your shoulders. Deep breath in, Shoulders above your elbows, elbows above your wrists. You're nearly fully extended. You're in a nice big board. You're raising your knees up and down, getting the motion into your legs, activating your quads. Feel free to hold it here if you're ready. Or stay on the knees if your body would prefer that right now. This is just the ramp up. Holding it here. Great. We're going to go into some hip thrusters. You can rise your feet to the floor. A few shoulder rolls in between. All right, let's go ahead. We're going to get that nice neutral spine. Tip that pelvis under you ever so slightly. Nice neutral back. Slight C curve if you'd like. Bending your shoulders to the floor. Rise up, press out. Little glute squeeze. Making sure to keep that back neutral, of course. We don't want to arch up as we give that squeeze. No, we're keeping those back straight. Squeeze those buns. Great. She's got her chest going straight to the floor. She's parallel right here. Rises back up. It's looking really good. Keep it going. A few more seconds. Last one. All right, we're going to take it into some lateral squats. I want to go ahead, widen my stance. All 10 toes are facing forward. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to bring it down to one side. I'm on my left here. I'm extending my leg fully. My heels are driven into the floor and my toes are up. I'm going to go side to side. Rocking back and forth. Little push up with the heel. Do you feel your glutes activated when you do that? If you'd like to add a little bit of an elbow drop, feel free to do that now. Nice and slow though. Protecting your back with a tight core. How are we doing? Oh, welcome Maria. She is in the house. All right, keep it going here. We're going to take it into some forward lunges, just alternating sides. Your all 10 toes facing forward again. Nice parallel stance. Drop that knee down. Knee here presses to about the same distance as your toes. You press up with that heel. Nice drive. You do it again. Press into that heel. Rise up. Do you feel your quads activated when you push through? Yes. Keep it up. You've got about 20 seconds here. If you're just joining us, we're in our ramp up right now, and then we're going to get into our core workout here, holding it here for about 5 more seconds. Maria, you're going to want to grab a band if you have one. Otherwise, some light weights, or you can do it with no equipment. It is perfect. We're going to transition right now into a cardio Tabata, 30 seconds on. I think we're doing a couple of rounds. We're going to go into jab, cross, hook, hook, crisscross, crisscross in about 5 seconds. Keeping those shoulders loose. Dip it down. Let's go. Jab, cross, hook, hook, crisscross, crisscross. Keep going. Let's go. Let's go. Can you go faster? Great. You're almost there. Got a full 30 seconds of this. Nice tight core. Back is neutral. Looking good. Squat it out 15 seconds. You can take it to a walk if you want, or if you want to up the pace a little, flex it to a full jumping jack. We're going to go into 10 fast feet. Then we're going to do a square, leap, or bound. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump to one side. Do it again. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jump the other direction, going into a full square. Let's go, let's go. You're almost there, you're halfway. Jump backwards, check behind you. Big jump back. If a leap, keep going. Or low impact option would be kind of taking one big step. Keep it going, you're running, and rest. Or flex up into jumping jacks. Now, Maria, I cannot see you, but I'm sure you are doing fantastic. You can drop a note in the chat, I think, if you'd like. Otherwise, I'm going to assume you're doing an amazing job. Let's go ahead, drop to the squat, jab, cross, hook, hook, crisscross, crisscross. Let's go. You do not need to watch me on this one. You've got this. Crisscross, crisscross. I'm going to come check form. You're going to keep going. Awesome. She's so straight. Her head is right up to the sky, being pulled up. Shoulders are relaxed, even though she's giving it some strong punches. Yes, and stop. Good. Take it to the walk or jacks, 10 fast feet, and that square jump or leap or just a big step to keep it low impact. Are we ready? Go. Fast feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Big jump, walk, or leap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward. Taking a big step. There's your low impact option. Counting to 10. You don't need me to count for you. Go at your pace. Big leap, bound, or jump backwards. And stop. Rest it out. Back to that kickboxing sequence. Jab, cross, hook, hook, hook stays nice and close to your face. Maybe 6 inches in front of you. Your body's straight. You're powering through. Let's go. Cross, criss, cross, jab, cross, hook, hook, criss, cross, criss, cross. Good. Keep it up, keep it up. Don't watch me. You do you. Yes. Nicely done. Keep it going. How are you feeling? Don't answer that. Just keep going. On demand, power through. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest. Moving into that fast feet again. Feel free to be doing jumping jacks or just walking it out. Maybe some boxer shuffles. Thank you, Angie, for that suggestion. Anything works. Keep that heart rate up. 3, 2, 1. Fast feet. Let's go. Nice and hard. If you don't like the impact, just take it to a really fast, deep walk. 10 times. Big leap, walk, or jump. 2 feet jump. That's your most intense move. Hold that head high. Your neck is long. Yes, yes, yes. 3 seconds. Can you press out 10 more? 10, 9, 8. Yes, you can. Amazing. We have about a minute here. I may need to pause. This is your time right now to grab that resistance band. You can use a nice long one like this. You can use one of the loop bands. It's really up to you. Whichever band you have is fine. If you do not have a band, that's okay too. This will not impact your workout because it's a bit of a burner. Okay, if you have a long band like this, what we're gonna do, we're gonna take it around our mid calf and we're gonna tie it into a knot. And we're gonna tie it just tight enough that when our feet are parallel, it's not falling down. There should be some tension there. So we're gonna just wrap it here, give it a little tie. If you have the same bands I have, that yellow is the lightest resistance. That's where I'm gonna stay today. As we progress forward, you may need to increase the resistance. All right, we're tying up our bands. While you're tying the bands, this is a bar-inspired workout, as I said. So if I say plie, that basically means a squat. So here we have a narrow plie, just a little bend in the knees, back stays straight. We put our buns towards that wet paint bench. We jump back up. Okay. Wide stance or second position, Toes are at 11 and 2. Heels are pointing in. That's going to be kind of our wide stance, toes out position. Add the plie there. A tendu is where we lift our legs. And quite often we're lifting them with an intentional point, pointing those toes into the ground, really contracting our buns as we rise up. That's about all the terminology we need to know. Again, plie is a squat. We've kind of got a second position nice and wide like this, or a sumo squat, you could say it that way, and the tendu being that nice lift. Final one is an attitude, but we'll go through that later. Right, Erin? Yes, we're going to get it today. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want you to stand with your heels in, toes out. Your back is long and straight. Your neck is long. You are pulled to the sky. And we are going to go into some calf raises right about now. Let's take it down. So from here, toes out, we're going to bend our knees down towards the floor. We're going to straighten our bodies. We're going to lift our heels up and press them down. That's right. When you get the balance and you feel the move, feel free to raise those arms as you go along. Keep going, keep going. We're going to take it to flow. Go a little faster if you can. Where do you feel this? In your calves? Yes. In your quads? Yes. Pulse. Can you pulse at the top? Or do you need to put your heels all the way down? There's no wrong answer. Do you? Do you feel this in your buns? Yes, we do. And break. Take it into a narrow plie, all 10 toes facing forward. We're going to do an alternating tendu. We're going to bring our knees down. We're going to extend our leg off to the side and point into the ground. We're going to go back down and point to the other side. We have 3 seconds at slow pace. Then we're moving into a flow. Let's go. With our arms, we can rise them up and rise them laterally. It's up to you. Alternating. Nicely done. Heads are high. Oh, I lost my positions. Let's keep going, keep going. Yes. Good. Try to keep that body nice and straight. We don't want to be leaning too much. Keep going, keep going. Excellent. Slow it down. Plie, tendu, only to the right side this time. Plie, tendu. Now, if you need to hold a wall, that's fine. Arms out for balance. Plie, right side. Can you lift it a little higher? And can you keep your shoulders so high? Let's flow. If you want to add that full sweep, you can do that now. Where are you feeling this one? Oh no, in that stance buns? Yes. Keep going. Oh my goodness. Burn it out, my friends. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Walk it out. When we go through our second round, you're going to go to the other side. But in the next 8 seconds, we're going to go into a wide stance. We're going to do all 10 toes facing forwards. We're going to squat twice. And then we're going to toes out, heels in, squat again into a diamond pulse. 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice and slow. Jumping those toes, heels in, toes out. Feet straight. Let's flow. Can you take it to speed? Yes. Are you looking straight at the camera? Great. Are you burning? All right. Can you take it a little lower and a little tinier in your motions? Just pulse, pulse, pulse. Oh my goodness. Keep going. No. 15 seconds here. Wow. If you have a wall available, feel free to grab it. Or if you have exceptional balance, you can hold your arms out straight. We're going to point our toe, right toe out in front of us. We're going to press it into the ground. We're going to rise that ankle up to the sky. Your leg is fully twisted off to the side. So you've twisted your ankle up, you're rising it. You're getting a burn in your inner thigh. If you're holding weights, you can add a goalpost lift with either arm at this point in time. Burn it out. Can you take it to flow? Yes, you can. Keep it going. Don't watch me. You worry about you. Great. Can you make a more micro move now? Can you hold a pulse? Yes, 1 to 2 inches. That's it. We're burning these arms or legs out. Oh, shake it out. Rear attitude, same thing. If you'd like to hold the wall, you can. If you have great balance, feel free to just extend your arms. We're turning our knee out again. Our toe is to the floor, sort of behind our ankle here. We're gonna raise that bun or that leg, squeezing your buns as you raise up. Hold the balance. Extend those arms if you'd like to. Rear attitude, knee is slightly bent. Let's go. Yes, we're in kind of a high fifth if you'd like it. You're pressing and squeezing. Your hips are tipped slightly forward so you don't have an awkward arch in your back. Let me see. We're pushing to the rear, yes. Yeah, that's great. Her body's so straight. Her head's not moving at all. You're holding it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Fantastic. How was it? You have a few seconds here, and then we're going to do that all again, focusing on a few of those to the other side. Maria, I hope you're doing great at home there. All right. Take a drink of water. We have about 8 more seconds. And then we're going to go into those calf raises again. All right, you ready? You have 20 seconds at that slow pace. Calf raises. Again, toes out, heels in. Slight dip down. Raise those heels. Raise. Place your arms in an upright position if you're comfortable with that. Holding them nice and high above your head. Whew. Nice and slow. Let's flow. Up, down, up, down. Can you go a little lower? You'll notice we're all in socks today. It is a little easier for this type of workout to be in socks. Can you pulse now or just hold? 10 seconds. Are you shaking? Yes. Yes, I am. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, shake it out a little bit. Going into that narrow plie with alternating tendus. We're down, we're up, we're down, we're up. Pointing those toes into the ground. Nice and slow. Get the feel for it. Nice parallel feet, that's right. Yes, bringing those toes to the ground, squeezing the glutes. Yes, let's flow. Can you go a little faster and squeeze just a little bit more, fully sparking those toes to the floor. You'll feel that in your quads. Your body's straight. It's gonna want to lean. Try and keep it straight. Looking good. Nice and tall. Yes, keep it going. Relax. We're isolating the right side. Same move. We dip, we lengthen. Feel free to bring those arms up. Wherever you are, wherever your body can meet you today is fine. Let's flow. Can you go a little faster? Yes. If you're struggling with the arms, just hold them out. You can even hold the wall ever so slightly or a chair. Keep going. We're isolating that right side. Buns are squeezing and they're burning. This is balance and burn after all. Here we go. 1 second. All right, walk it out. Shake it out. We're going to go into that. You know what? I think I did my wrong leg on that one. I did it twice on my right. I hope you were smarter and did it on your left. We're going to go into that wide second pulse. So feet are forward. 1, 2, ankles in, heels in, toes out. 1, 2, jump. Feel free to add a larger jump in this next sequence, starting now. Let's go. Or holding it where you are. You can do whatever you'd like with your arms. Keep it going. Nice and tall. You've got this. 14 seconds. Can you add the micro pulse now? Teeny, tiny, tiny little dips. Keep it going. Yes, yes. 3 seconds. Such small little pulses, such a big burn. Walk it out. We've got that inner thigh next. Feel free, grab the wall, stabilize where you need to, increase challenge, arms up high. You're pointing your left toe out in front of you. You're raising that heel up to the side and you're pressing into it to raise that foot off the ground. Yes. If you are feeling it in your inner thigh, you know you've got the correct position here. Make sure your back is still neutral and flow a little faster if you can, or a little higher to increase the stretch on that band. Pointing those toes. We're going to go into a pulse in about 15 seconds. Keep it going. Now, can you pulse 1 to 3 inches? Pulse, 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 holding it as high as you can, resisting that band, resisting a tilt. 3, 2, 1. Whew, stretch it out. Shake it, shake it. We're going to go into that left rear attitude. Again, if you're holding the wall or arms out to the side, right toes facing forward. Your left leg comes behind you. Your toe is pointed right behind your heel. You're lifting. You're adding a slight C curve in your back here by tipping your pelvis under, so you're not feeling it at all in your lower back. Press and squeeze, that's right. Now take it to speed. Can you go a little faster or a little higher while protecting your back? Yes. I'm going to go against the wall here. All right, add that pulse if you'd like, as high as you can bring it. If you feel it in your back, check in with your pelvis, tip your bun slightly towards the wall. And fantastic job. That is the leg sequence. You can take those bands off. You can towel off if you'd like. All right, wiping off. We have a few seconds here. Now would be the time to go ahead and grab your very light weights. 1 pound, 2 pound, 3 pounds, maybe up to 5 pounds when we're doing sort of this micro bend. Yeah, anywhere where you feel comfortable. You don't want to overexert. No bands or no bells, no problem. You just squeeze a little harder using your body weight. All right. I'm going to bring in the 3 pounds today. I may regret that. We have 4 seconds. We're going to get into a first plie. We're going to bend our knees. We're sitting onto a bench, just hovering slightly. We're bringing our arms up into a V and lowering them down very slowly. That's right. Knuckles touch knuckles at the top. Great. Let's take it to about the halfway point, lowering to a parallel position, raising up, lowering down, regretting the 3 pounds or feeling strong. 3 more seconds. We're going to pulse at the top. 1 more and pulse. Tip those hips ever so slightly forward if you feel this in your back. Fantastic. Shake them out just a little. Goalpost arms. Squeezing in, squeezing out. Nice and slow. Big squeeze. We're going to flow in 3 seconds, and you're going to add a lunge if you feel like you can do that today. Driving your knee into the floor, pressing back up with your heel, or hold the arms. Your workout, your style. Big push back with the heel. Excellent. Keep going. If you are just in the arms right now, pulse. If you're holding the arms, pulse, pulse, pulse. Shake them out. Bicep curls. Least resistance will be right here. Increase the challenge by pressing straight out to the front, squeezing forward. Or pulling to the back, I should say. Press and squeeze. Press and squeeze. Great. Feel free to take it into a nice deep parallel stance plie, squat if you'd like, to add some resistance. Big pulse. Excellent. Keep it going. Feel free to add a halfway pulse here, sort of mid-range down, mid-range up. Woo! Feel good? Yes. Oh my goodness. We're burning them out, that is for sure. We're going to take it into that wide micro pull for your feet. You can go into a wide second, drop it down if you'd like, or just stay high. Raise those palms to the sky, pull them in, squeeze to your ribs, press and squeeze out, pull and squeeze, press and squeeze. Take it to flow. Feel free to sit deeper if you'd like. You should be feeling this just above your hips, maybe right down about here to where your elbows are pulling. Great. Now pulse. Quick little pulses. You're barely moving, but you're feeling it a lot. Yes? All right, parallel wide plie, arm circles. All 10 toes are facing forward. You can keep it here. You can drop your knees down to your bums down to the floor. Your arms are out. You're circling. You're standing tall. Her neck is long. That looks good. Nice straight arms. If you need to stand it up, that's fine. We are concentrating on our arms here. If you can hold the plie, great. How are you feeling? All right, let's take it faster. Little pulses. Reverse them. I'm dying with 3 pounds. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, shake them out. Straight into the triceps. This is brutal. Who designs these things? Bend over, going into that hinge position. Your feet are parallel. Your buns hit the wall behind you. Your back is straight. You're gonna lift and lower the triceps behind you. Nice lifts up. Not quite to shoulder level, but just below where you're comfortable and you feel the squeeze. Lift and squeeze, keep it going. Checking into form. Yeah, looks good. Keep those arms straight, no bend. So, yes. So we've traditionally done kickbacks where we're pressing. This is a full straight arm, up and down. Oh yes, all right. Hold that long position, bend down and circles. Little micro circles with those hands, holding it there, nice and slow. Keep it going. Yes, you're circling up and down. They are burning, yes. Keep it going and reverse your circles. Other direction. You're looking about 4 feet in front of you. And you're pushing through, keep it going. Point of no return. Can you hold this position? Keep going. If they're burning out, just hold without the circles. Yes. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Take a little quick break, 45 seconds. Shake those arms out. Stretch them out just a little if you need to. Because team, we're doing it again. Woo, woo. Oh my goodness. Now, assess the weights you chose. If you feel like it wasn't challenging enough, level up. If you don't think you can maintain your form On this next round, take it down a notch. Drop the weights, maybe drop back a pound or two. We're burning muscles. We're in that fat zone. I'm going to drop my weights a little bit this time. We're getting ready into that V press. Parallel stance, all 10 toes facing forwards. Arms are coming up and down. Now you can opt to press up and down with your rear if you'd like, or just hold the pose. All the way up, all the way down. Stop at that midpoint now. Holding it here for 15 seconds, and then we'll take it to a top pulse. Excellent. Great. Now pulse at the top. Increase your balance challenge by bringing those ankles together. Or if you need a little bit more stability, you can bring those ankles out. All right, bringing it down. Lunges, open and close. Getting the arm motions, press and squeeze. Feel free to keep your 4 fingers up if you'd like. Sort of stretching them up as you come together. Add the lunge if you'd like. We're driving that knee to the floor. We're pressing up with our heel. Maintain the stance. If you're more comfortable, hyper-focusing on your chest. If you're in this stance pose like I am, press and squeeze, micro pulses. If you're lunging forward, you can maintain those wide arms. Whew, fantastic. Shake them out into bicep curls. Feel free to go to the front or maybe the sides this time. We're curling up, pressing down. That will engage the tricep just a little bit. Great. Your stance looks really great. Press and squeeze. Part of doing these micro moves is remembering to squeeze and use intention. Keep it going with every muscle in that area. Let's take it to a half motion. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Press and squeeze. And lower it down. We're going to go into those wide second micro pulses. If you want, you can grab some heavier weights, I think, on this one, or hold the ones you're in. We're going to bring them in to our ribs, stitching everything together, contract those abs, release, pull and squeeze. Squeeze those weights with your fists. You feel it? Yeah. Feel free to take it down a little. Elevator up, elevator down if you can. Maintain that neutral spine though. Let's pulse. Such little moves and yet so much sweat. I don't know about you guys, but just me. All right. Parallel, wide plie. Bring those toes out, about hip width apart. Toes are facing forward. You're dipping down. You're holding the circles. Or maintain a higher stance if you have cranky knees or your body is just not feeling that position today. Micro circles. Where are you feeling this? Really focus in on the burn. I'm feeling it right here in the top of my shoulder. Go ahead and reverse to the other side. Drop those arms if you need to. Reverse it back. Yes. Keep the form. Excellent. Bent over, tricep, straight lifts. So again, tip that shoulders forward, you're bent over ever so slightly, your back is neutral, and you are pressing up. Your pinkies are rising to the sky with no bend in the elbows. Good. Yes. You'll feel quite a bit different in this one than in a tricep kickback. Fantastic. Keep it going. Oh, you guys are looking so good. Their backs are so straight. They're looking about 4 feet in front of them, and they are pulsing now. Up, 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 up. Threw that one in. All right, 15 seconds. Shake it out. If you need the break, take it. Otherwise, go straight into nice, slow tricep circles from the rear here. Nice circles. Extended arms. Palms are facing each other. Yes. All right, let's reverse them. It almost looks like you're pulsing your arms together, but you're actually doing a microcircle here. All right, let's go ahead. Teeny tiny. Excellent. Keep it going. Little tiny, tiny circles. It just looks like you're pulsing forwards and back, like towards your hips, but you're actually circling. All right. How about we put these weights down and go into my super special preschool-y treat, just for all us preschool teachers out there, and to take us back to childhood just a little bit. Now, if you've done the walk class, you know what's coming. We're going to take it to the floor. Super serious, though. I'm going to demo a few of the moves very, very quickly, and then we're going to get into it. Feel free to towel off. Take a break for just a second. A few of our moves that we're going to do here. We're going to have our elbows to the floor if you'd like, or you can lay all the way down. It's up to you. I'm going to hold the position. My neck is long. My elbows are holding me. We're going to be doing a flutter kick. We're going to do a lateral sweep with our legs. We've got a long scissor kick, engaging our core the whole time. We're going to do a tuck where we're bringing our knees up, elbows off the floor. We're going to be into a mountain climber. We're going to flip over quickly. We're going to bring our shoulders above our wrists. You can hold the plank, or you can drive those knees into your fists. And then finally, that's about it. You can follow along the rest. Okay, here we go. If you're listening to a playlist, go ahead and stop it now. Get that out of your ear, because I've got some music for you. So lay down on the floor once that music is stopped. Our first move will be a flutter kick. I hope you know what's coming. It's about 1.5 minutes. Are you ready? Uh-oh, hold on. Oh dear, where's my, all right, can you hear? Oh no, hold on, you cannot hear. All right, let me just, I'm hoping you can hear this, shoot. No. Ah, there we go, let's flutter. Can you hear it? Let's go, flutter. Wide laterals. Out and in. Mommy shark, mommy shark. Big scissors. Yes. Knee tucks. Lifting those elbows. Frog pose. Knees out. Keep those feet up if you can. Punch. Set those heels down or bring them up. Run. You're in the mountain climber. Back to the floor. V-sit. Hold it here. Arms up. Woo. Quack. All right, time to stop that music. Move. How's that? 1.5 minutes, good times. We're done. All right, we are going to go into a stretch here. Take a breath. Inhale, exhale. All right, let's take it over the shoulders here. Big overhead stretch, press up. Lower down. We're kind of just getting used to these same stretches over and over, and then we'll be adding some as we go along. All right, let's sway it to the other side nice and slowly. Inhale, exhale. Yes. Holding it here. All right, we did a lot of work with our shoulders. Let's grab those hands behind our back. String those fingers together. Lower the shoulders, drive them backwards. Open your chest. Inhale, exhale. Feel free to lean over, rise those arms just a little if you're comfortable, or just maintain that sort of straight up position. It's up to you. Play with that position just a little bit. I'm going to lower down, stretch to the floor, dropping my hands. Great job. Let's take it into our right arm stretch. Inhale, exhale. Press your right arm against your chest. Inhale, drop the shoulder ever so slightly. Now press. Do you feel a deeper stretch there? Yeah. Tip to the back. Sort of bring your fingers out. Diagonally track with your eyes. Reach down to your knee. Inhale, exhale. Get that deeper stretch. You'll feel this all the way through your obliques. Can you go a little deeper, or take your fingers behind your knee? All right, let's rise that tricep up to the sky. We're going to give this one a really good stretch. Inhale, rise that shoulder up just a little, press to the sky, press back. Deepen that stretch. All right, let's take it to the other side, left arm. Inhale, exhale. Lift your shoulder up, bring it down a little further. Drive it down. Stretch backwards, track with your eyes. Inhale, exhale. Touching down towards the knee. Great. Holding it here. Can you go behind your knee just ever so slightly? That adds a different element to your sort of sides there. All right, let's bring that tricep up. Inhale, exhale. Big push on the elbow. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Maria, I hope you're doing okay there at home. Everybody else, checking in. We're almost there. All right, let's shake those out a little bit. Take it down to the floor. Oh, there she is. Woo, woo. All right, let's take it to the floor. We're going to go into a happy baby. I love this stretch. You're just going to roll back onto the floor a little bit. Inhale, exhale. Grab the outside of your feet. Bring those heels towards your rear end or into your center here. Inhale. And then just play with the move for a little bit. Can you widen your stance? Can you stretch your legs up? So many stretches from this position. You can reach your toes behind you for a deeper back stretch. Widen those legs for an interior stretch. Whew, amazing. All right, my friends, that's the end of the workout. We're gonna head to the cool down room in about 30 seconds. But if you're playing big ticket bingo, which is on this sheet, we are talking about taking our sizes slightly more appropriate. Last time we talked about just scaling back from a large to a medium or medium to a small. This time we're going to be talking about 10% solutions. So increasing the healthier options like vegetables, those super nutrient rich items, taking them up by 10% and maybe dropping 10% of those more calorie dense items like white rice, for instance. Increase the good, decrease the ones that may be causing that last little bit of trouble there. So that can apply to anything really, but Try it out. See how you can integrate it this week. How will you implement it, and what does your best look like, okay? I will see you guys next time in the next workout. Thank you for joining. See you soon.